The legacy of the HORADRIM system is an endgame system that gets unlocked pretty far into your campaign. And it provides you a customizable way to upgrade a variety of stats, as you can kind of see here, from damage to life, armor, armor pen, potency, and resistance. Now, this is a system that is accessible for free-to-play players, and you can get obviously benefits, additional benefits, if you are a microtransaction user. Now, I notice people have questions about how to access this, how to unlock the various systems. What does it look like when you go through the actual full sanctum? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you all of this and hopefully answer all your questions. My name is Leroy, this is Leroy Gaming, and today I'm gonna be providing you my guide for the legacy of the HORADRIM in Diablo Immortal. Now, let's get started. All right, so the very first question is, how do you unlock this feature? Well, the short answer is through the Challenge Rift system. So in order to unlock this system, you're gonna have to clear Challenge Rift 10. And this shouldn't be too hard for you once you hit level 60. Now, when you complete that Challenge Rating 10 run, you're also gonna get access to the very first gem. That's the Caldassan's Companion. When you do, it's going to start a quest. And the quest is basically going to hold your hand. It's going to take you through a little storyline. And then it's going to basically take you right over here to Ibn Fad's Sanctum. And you're going to basically, through here, access the Sanctum. Now, when you get inside, you are actually going to be put into this really cool looking chamber. And when you start, you're not going to have any of these guys here to talk to. But what you can do is interact with the shrine. And the shrine is going to have all these empty gems. But what is very important is that you can always click on any of these empty slots and it will tell you how to unlock it and what it's going to do. The other ones, for example, I've already unlocked all of these, again, at various ranks. And you can kind of see the type of buffs you're going to get. You're going to be able to get armor penetration here, damage, resistance, life, armor, potency and resistance. We already said life. More straight up potency, armor penetration and armor, and this last one's going to be damage and life. So some of these you're going to notice are hybrid kind of gems for multiple effects, and some are going to be singular. Now what matters here is you're going to notice when I click one of these, it says upgrade cost, and it's going to have one of these 3 different gems: a green gem, a blue gem, or this, I guess, orange or red gem. And so you are going to be getting these gems exclusively within the sanctum from looting these chests. And we're going to go over that. Now, for those of you that just want to know exactly how many of the keys you're going to need, in case that's why you looked up this video, to complete the sanctum, the number is 377. For the very first room, you're going to need 15 keys. Then the second room, 70. Then 120, and then 172. And for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. We're going to go over in just a second. But just for those people that wanted the numbers, in case you're saving up, that's what you need. So let's just say it's your first time in here, and are you ready to rock? What's going to happen is you're not going to have any gems. You're not going to update this yet. And what you're going to go is you're going to go to the back, and we're going to go through these hallways. And we're going to, as you're going to see here, we're going to fight some mobs. They're not difficult. Now, what's nice is you can go through this once a day. And every time you clear it, you're going to basically kill these mobs. And they are going to drop keys, as you'll see in just a second. Also some loot, potentially. And I am going to be making cuts to kind of save on video time. So here is a drop for one of the aspirant keys. And the aspirant keys is what you're going to need to collect. Every day, just by clearing this, you're going to be getting some of these keys.
I must wait.
There's also other method of getting the keys. So for example, you can go to the Hilt vendor and get 5 extra ones every single day. So if you haven't seen my video on the amazingness that is the Hilt vendor, do make sure to check out that video. Also, you can get as various rewards through gameplay. Additionally, some get kind of thrown in if you buy any of the microtransaction packages. A lot of times I find that they're added as kind of like bonus currencies on top of whatever the primary currencies are. So that's important to note. So various ways to do it, but again, you do not need to buy the microtransactions to get these. So notice I finished here, and what we now have gotten to is the very first kind of room where there are rewards. Now, you'll notice the very first chest is free, and you're gonna get like singular amounts, 1 or 2 of various gems. The next one is going to be 1, and notice I have 579 of these saved up. I want to make sure I had enough for the video. So this one is gonna cost a little bit more, but you're gonna get a little bit more of these gems. The next one is 2. But notice I'm also getting more. And there is actually a formula for this, and it's basically a linear progression. Every single chest is gonna cost 1 more in these rooms, but you're gonna get more and more of the gems as well. So you're paying more, but you're not getting less. You're just getting a ratio that's similar to your cost. And I apologize, actually this one, they went 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one went up to 8, so they're not necessarily by 1. But your total, for example, for the first room is going to be 15. Now, when you completed the final chest, it opens this next door to the left. Now, let's say you didn't have enough for that, and you only opened, let's say, the free one and a 1. You can always go through this portal and return to what's called the Natatorium. That's where we put in those gems, right? And now, because we did unlock the room, we're going to go to the second one. There's going to be some mobs in here. So we are going to go ahead and kill these mobs. And again, it's not meant to be really difficult, but we continue on. So let's go ahead and open. This one costs 10. But notice we got a bunch of 9 of a couple of them and 18 of another. There we go. There's another one. This one over here costs 14. Again, the cost is going up, but we are also getting more and more of the various gems. And now that was a good one. And now see, a new door opens. So we move on to the next one. Again, you could always leave, but we're going to continue. Now in this room we have a pack with some rare mobs.
That one's corpse might be useful.
Again, shouldn't be too difficult.
Give it more time.
And then we continue. So here we go. This one's 20. That was 22, 24. 28 for this last one. And again, next door opens, same exact format. So let's move on. So now you have the rares and yellow, the epic mobs in this one. Get a little extra EXP here, but again, what we're here for are the chests. So let's go ahead and loot these up. These are going to be a lot, so 30 again for the first one. And notice they're lighting up as you open these. And as you open the last one, a hidden chest pops up. And this is what we're really here for. Open the hidden chest. A bunch of these pop out. And at this point, the rooms are complete. So we're going to go through here, return to the Natatorium. So now let's take a look at how to unlock these various gems. We're going to start with Jared Kane's Vision. And in order to unlock this, you're just going to want to continue the full main story till the very end. You're going to fight a very specific demon, demon, not Diablo, somebody different. I'm not going to spoil it. But as soon as you complete that, it's going to unlock it for you. So just follow the main story and you can't miss this. Now, the second one that I unlocked was Tal Rasha's Authority. And basically, you need to complete the raid, the first raid that is accessible in this game. And that is LaSalle, the Flame Spurn. And the main story is going to basically walk you into this. And so if you look under your menu, it's basically the Heliquary system that you unlock. And it's the very first boss you fight with other players. There is technically a tutorial fight where you get piles flowing chaos. And you're going to need a combat rating of about 420. You could be a little lower if you get invited from somebody like from your clan, etc., if they carry you, but it's meant for combat rating 420. There are higher difficulty levels for 1250, 1600, and so forth, but you only need to beat the very, very first version of this. So the next one is Katherines Pity, and for this you need to be in Mount Zavain, and you're going to go over here to Zakharum Graveyard. There's going to be an altar in this kind of cemetery, and you're going to spawn a raid boss named Lord Martinos. Now, I was able to kind of solo him. It will scale based on the number of players in the area. He summons a bunch of skeletons, etc., but kill him. He's also going to drop a unique item that is going to help you with the very next gem. The next gem is Nilfors Precision, and so you're going to need the item that dropped from Lord Martinos to basically initiate this event. So for this, you're going to go back into Mount Zavain, and you're going to see that there's a countdown timer for the Ancient Nightmare. Now, only one person needs to have the item to initiate this, so more often than not, you may get this before you even kill the Lord Martinos, because you can follow the other people that are going to be independently coming together to fight this Ancient Nightmare. Not too tough of a fight. And as long as you're just kind of staying out of, the red, and you're going to get this gem. Do note again, this along with all of these different activities, you have to be on Hell 1 difficulty. Okay, next we have two very closely related gems. That is Zoltan Cool's Ingenuity, and then we have Guilt of the Nameless. Now, for both of these, you're going to need to spawn a raid boss. And this is all going to be done in the library of Zoltan Cool. I'm going to have a little video that kind of shows you exactly how these fights go and how to collect these items. But basically, as you run throughout this zone, you're going to be picking up these kind of glowing pages on the ground. When you get 5 of them, you're going to see that you kind of collect this little book. And you're going to go in your inventory and click on that book. And it's going to do one or two things. It's either going to open a portal where you can go through and kill like a little boss or some enemies and get some free loots. But randomly, it's going to also basically start a raid encounter. Well, where instead of summoning the portal, it's going to say such and such boss is coming out. And there's 2 different bosses. So Zoltan Cool is going to spawn a Hydra for the Zoltan Cool Ingenuity. And for the Guild of the Nameless, it's going to be the Sandstone Golem. And so once you summon this, anybody in the area can go and fight these monsters, defeat them, and you're going to get the relevant gems. Next we have Nortrajs Knowledge. And this one's going to take you to the Dark Woods. And if you take a look here, there's actually a waypoint called the Blood Rose Waypoint. And that's where you need to go. And in this little corner here, where I'm marking, is where the Blood Rose will spawn. Again, it'll be something where you can check out. People will be screaming about this in the chat when the Blood Rose is available. This fight is not always noob friendly because of the fact that it can suck up enemies and players, kind of eat them and heal a bunch. I will make a little short video on a strategy for this, as well as placement where you can kind of avoid most of the danger that can help out, especially if you're ranged. So do look forward to that. But again, you just have to kill the Blood Rose for that one. Now, potentially the last gem, but this could also be your second gem or third gem, who knows, is going to be Evenfat's Tenacity. Now, the only way to get this is randomly from looting the chests, and it is totally random. So even though I showed you the run where you complete it from beginning to the end, that does not guarantee you get it. The main benefit of that complete run is you're getting the most efficient amount of key drops. But you could just come in and open the very first 2 or 3 chests every time you go, and eventually you will get it if you just keep going. But it is total RNG. If you get that, it's going to unlock all of these for you. All right, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you for all your support, and I'll see you in the next video.